What up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Maris Jr. And today I'm joined by a special guest. We got pro boxer Troy Isley. How's it going, Troy?
Going good, going good.
Uh, Likewise. Thanks for making the time for this interview.
No problem, no problem.
All right, so we already got a comment. Mark Nash sends salute. Salute, Mark.
Salute.
All right, first question for you, Troy. It's the most basic question. I'm sure you get asked this all the time. How do you get into boxing?
So my gym is at like a recreation center, and every day after school I would like always be in fights and stuff like that. So every day my dad picked me up. I'd always be in a fight, and one day I got into another fight when I was 8. And this staff member walked me to the gym. He's like, this kid always fighting. Can you do something with him? And my dad, I ain't do nothing that day. My dad picked me up and asked me if I wanted to try it out, and I was like, yeah, I'll try it out. I did football at first. I did 3 years low rec league football, and then after that, once I got into boxing, it just felt natural.
Yeah, and once you got into boxing, no more fights after that outside the gym.
No more fights for a while. I would say I didn't get to a fight until like I got in a fight 6th and 7th, and then I never got in a fight after that. So basically 2 more fights, yeah. And the 6th grade wasn't really a fight. It wasn't my mistake. The guy gave me a hot dog off the floor and waited till I got to the last bite to tell me.
Oh yeah.
So no, I had to. I'm sorry.
He had it coming. He had it
coming. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah. And then Troy, how did you get the nickname Transformer?
So I'm from Alexandria. It's like a small town in Virginia. Not a lot of talent comes out of there, so I just always got overlooked. Whenever I was at a show, I always got overlooked. And I'm not saying like the show would be boring or not, but like I'd be the most exciting fighter on the show. Like after the fight, I come in our fight, it'll be a lot of oohs and ahs. Like the crowd would be excited as hell, and then after I fight, everybody would be coming up to me, asking me questions and stuff like that. It would be like, you're going to be great when you turn pro. And then also, I didn't come off, like, I don't come off as a arrogant person. I was always, like, laid back. I didn't give you that I'm going to fuck you up type of energy, so I always got overlooked because of that, too. So, you feel me? Kay was like, we're going to call you the Transformer. Everybody always think, I'm nervous and shit like that, so Kay was just like, we're going to call you the Transformer.
Man, that's awesome, yeah, because once the bell rings, you transform. Now you're that fighter, like, I'm going to get you out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do have a question about, you being from Alexandria, Virginia, because I saw that they show you, mad love when you came back from the Olympics. You're a celebrity at Alexandria. So what does Alexandria mean to you and, having the support?
Alexandria mean everything to me. Alexandria, a lot of the kids growing up, like a lot of my friends, they just sold their dreams short. So, I wanted to be like that person to show everybody that, it's a way you can make it out. If you just believe in yourself and stick to your dreams, you can make it out. So, that's and then also making the Olympics was important to me as well because it put me on a pedestal. It was like, if you talk about sports athletes from Alexandria, you got to talk about me now because, I made it to the Olympics and not a lot of people done that. So it's like, you got to bring Troy Isley's name up now. If you talk about any athlete from Alexandria, so that's why it means a lot.
That's what's up. Hey, when it's all said and done, you might get your own statue.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. I got my own day. Next, I'm trying to get the key, but at the end of my career, I'm definitely trying to get a statue.
There you go. Yeah, little by little, man, making your way there.
Yeah.
And, and we touched upon your Olympics, going to Tokyo in 2021. But what else can you tell us about your amateur career and other major accomplishments from that time?
I want to say the World Championships. I got a bronze medal there. The Pan American Games, and just stranger as well. I got numerous medals overseas, but just traveling, going overseas, meeting different people, guys who are from other countries who are pro now, and just going over there, move Tank, and then going over there. Like just meeting new people and then going over there, like going overseas with Tiger, with everybody I grew up with Keyshawn, all my brothers. Yeah. So it was definitely, those were definitely like the fun times of my life for sure.
That's what's up. And then a name that surprised me on your amateur resume, was Devin Haney. It looks like you guys fought back in 2012. What was that? What was that weight class you guys fought out of, and what do you remember from fighting Devin?
I mean, we fought at 110. I mean, I don't really remember. I ain't gonna say I don't remember much, but I mean, it was
You
a
were really
typical amateur
young.
fight. Yeah, we was really
Yeah,
young. Yeah, so I mean, I ain't gonna take nothing from it, but I mean, it's a good dub. It was definitely a good dub.
yeah, it gets better with that as he becomes more successful too. Having that
Yeah,
dub, now he's undisputed. And then, obviously you're making big moves. You signed with Top Rank, 2 years ago. Were you
yeah.
considering other offers at the time? And then ultimately, what was the main deciding factor for you signing with Top Rank?
I was considering other offers. I had like Sully Fingal, like Keith Conley, other offers. But I feel like a lot of people. I'm a person like that goes around and talks to like a lot of boxing insiders, or just talk to a lot of people that know about boxing. And a lot of them said like Top Rank developed the best, and they made all like the money makers like Floyd, De La Hoya. Even if they didn't finish, they started with them. So
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to start with Top Rank. I wanted to go with Top Rank. I feel like Top Rank was the best route.
yeah, no, they definitely know how to make stars. So
Yeah.
good choice there. And you made your pro debut back in 2021. What were your emotions going into fight night? Were any nerves at all?
Yeah, I was just trying to see what the pro goers feel like. I was just trying to get that first punch thrown at me. I was anxious to get that first punch thrown at me just because everybody like, oh, it's different than the pros. Them gloves different. So I was geeking to get that. Just all right now, I'm good. I know what it feel like
Mhm.
now. So yeah, I was just that's all I was really anxious about. And for sure, I mean, it was a dream come true. I'm completing, my dream. I made it. I ain't gonna say I made it, but I got there. I'm in the door. I'm where I want to be. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you're part of like going back to Top Rank. You're part of some amazing events. Like most recently, you were on that Lomachenko, Jermaine Ortiz card. You also been on the Shakur Stevenson card, Teofimo Lopez. Better be just to name
Yeah.
a few. Of all the Top Rank events you've been a part of so far, has them been one that kind of stood out and it's been your favorite?
The better Bev one because that was my
Yeah.
first time at the Garden, and I think that was
Oh
like the
yeah.
best performance of my career. I ain't gonna lie, that was probably my best performance. So I feel like I had a lot of. I'm in DC, so a lot of. I honestly, I like when I made the post that I was gonna fight. I was like, if you really support me and you're not here, I'm not trying to hear nothing. So I put a lot of pressure on everybody. So everybody showed up, but I definitely, showed out, and that was probably the for sure the best one for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a great event there.
And also, I would say close is Shakur April 30th because it was me, Keyshawn, and him. We was all fighting on one card, and at one point, all of us was in the gym together, going to the same gym, training with Coach K. So, we all, especially me and Keyshawn, because we was on the team together.
Mhm.
Right after Shakur went to the Olympics, we both would talk and like, damn, we gonna do the same thing. So, and you feel me? That was special too.
Yeah, for sure, man. Talk about stack card. Those three
Yeah,
names alone right there for sure.
yeah.
Um, and then what can you tell us about your last fight? How would you rate your performance?
Uh, I mean, Lavallee is tough. Lavallee is tough. So I mean, I would grade myself hard, but at the same time, Lavallee is tough. I felt like I could have attacked the body a little more. I kind of should have fought him like I fought Stubbs, but I was worried about his overhand, so I was keeping my
Mhm.
hands. I just felt a little stiff,
Yeah,
but
gotcha,
I'll give it like a B plus A minus. I'm not. Yeah, I give it like that.
gotcha. And it was also your first eight
A
rounder.
rounder.
How did you feel about kind of your stamina heading to that eight rounder? And do you think you kind of ready for going to
I felt I
10?
felt like I was been ready for 8 rounds, honestly. But that fight, I did let Lavallee land a lot of clean body shots.
Mm.
I wouldn't even say clean body shots. He was hitting me on the hip a few times. So you feel me? I wasn't tired, but it slowed me down a little bit. So like fans were saying I looked tired, but I wasn't really tired. I still felt good. Just my legs were just a little slow. But
It's those hip shots.
yeah, yeah. So that's something, but that's something I learned, now I know as a pro, I can't be letting them shots go, or you feel me? I got to tell the ref, like I was telling them, but watch the behind the head shots. So yeah,
For sure. And then you're currently at middleweight, 160 pounds. Is this a weight
yeah.
class you plan to, win your first title at, or you think that'll be at a higher weight?
I think 154. I think I went. I think I might go down.
Oh, you might go down.
Yeah. So I
Nice.
might try to win my first title there at 54. I'm definitely going to try to get in the rankings at 54 this year. So I'm definitely, gonna get in the rankings for sure. And then I think I'm gonna win the title at 54 and then move up to 60 after that and try to take over 60.
Hey, great plan there.
Yeah.
When do you expect to be back in the ring? Any dates been communicated to you yet?
Hopefully, well, I know. Hopefully, I'm on the Secor card. It's just a opponent when it gets announced. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely on the next Secor card. I didn't. You feel me? I've been a little absent because there wasn't any. I ain't gonna say there wasn't any good cards, but there wasn't no cards that caught my eye. I'm like, I want to fight on
Like
that.
that.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Shakur is the right time, and then I'm in the gym. I've been working, and you feel me. I'm focused, and you definitely gonna see a new transformer when you see me April 8th.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you know the opponent yet. You may not be able to announce it yet, but it's
Nah,
a
I don't know the opponent yet. They still looking for the
look
opponent,
for
but it's still gonna be the same transformer for sure.
for sure, for sure. And then I wanted to ask you about potential fight down the road between you and Joe Sean James out of Sacramento, California. You guys have
Yeah,
similar records. I know you guys have some history from the amateur days. Is that
yeah.
a fight that can happen in the future?
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I mean, I feel like later on down the line, I feel like it could happen. I don't look into it, but I feel like it could happen.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and then I know I posted a clip of one of your knockouts, and kind of mentioned that fight, and he said that's a super fight down the road.
Yeah,
I think
for
if you guys
sure.
both bring titles to the table, that's a money fight.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be
All
definitely a
right,
good fight in the amateurs for sure. For sure. Good fight.
nice. And then speaking of your preparation, how do you prepare for fights? Do you watch a lot of videotape on your opponents once you know them, or
No,
do you kind of
I watch a lot of film on my opponent, so
you know?
I'm not just gonna watch his last fight. Like I like to watch him against every style, and like I like to see like, oh, they confident when you do this. Like they not as confident when they do this. So I like to watch three or three or four fights, and then constantly I'll be watching it the whole camp, but I study my
Mhm.
opponents. So
Yeah.
that's definitely something we do. And I got teachers as well. So I got Al Heyman, not Al Heyman, I got Al Mitchell, and I
Mhm.
got K Karoma. So they know how to pick a fighter apart and read their mistakes real well.
Yeah, some great boxing minds on your team.
Yeah,
All right, we got a comment here from Nick Nevarez. He says, "Let Troy know Nick from ALX wants some smoke." Laughing emojis. He says, "But I
that's
hurt
my
my
guy.
shoulder."
Shout out Nick. What's good? What's good, Nick?
Shout out to Nick, man. Hope your shoulder gets better, man.
Yeah, I hope it get better, man. You gotta be healthy when you're in there with me, man. You can't be 50%. It's
uh,
not gonna be good for you.
and then staying on the topic of preparation, what's the furthest you had to travel to get some good sparring?
Furthest I had to travel. I mean, when I was on a team, I mean, we was going to Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Uh, we was going to we went to Kazakhstan. We went to Ireland. We went to Germany a few times. But these are not just going against their country. These are besides Kazakhstan,
Mm-hmm.
all the other ones were like multi-nation camps. So they had like Kazakhstan, they had like Uzbek, they had other countries there, stuff like that. So probably my years on the team, we were doing multi-nation camp, but probably
Gotcha.
Kazakhstan.
And then who's the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with, either in sparring or in a pro fight?
Hardest puncher. Well, I'll probably say Khalil Ko. But in the ring so far, I mean, I guess Victor Tony hit the hardest.
The hardest.
Yeah.
All right. And then who was your favorite boxer growing up?
Favorite boxer, James Tony and Andre.
Lights out.
Yeah.
And then when we say Andre, is that
Ward.
Andre Ward? Andre Ward, yeah, yeah. I got love for Ward being out here from the Bay. He used to always
Mm-hmm.
fill out the Oracle and then went to Vegas. Great name there. And then going to kind of present day, who do you consider to be the number one pound for pound fighter today?
This is an easier question than what everybody been over and active. I mean, I say Crawford right now. I guess I say Crawford.
Terence
Yeah,
Crawford.
yeah,
Yeah, usually a safe pick. He's in a lot of people's top three. So
yeah. I say Crawford. Yeah.
for sure, for sure. And then, what are your thoughts on the middleweight division? Kind of like the champs. Currently.
I mean, Gennady Golovkin old, but I mean he's still a vet. He's still good. He still can punch. Charlo, dog, hard puncher. I like Charlo. Damas got the WBC interim. I've got some work with Damas. I like Damas too. He got a little bit of tricks to him, but I feel like I'll be able to handle all those guys for sure.
No,
So.
for sure. And then
And Jennybek too as well. Jennybek too. He's a good puncher, good fighter.
Yeah, one of the newer champions in that division.
Yeah.
All right, so for this next segment, we're actually gonna give you some 3 fights. These are either confirmed or rumored, and I want you to tell me who you think would win out of these matchups. If you think they're 50-50 or too close to call, then you can always just say, you can say that and I'll pick a winner. But the first one I want to ask you about is Triple G versus Jaime Munguia. If that was to happen.
I think age will play a factor in that one, so I'm gonna go Jaime if he has the right game plan. If he has the right game plan, I'm gonna go Jaime.
Yeah. And then the next one, this one's a confirmed fight. Just got announced about a week ago. Who would win who's going to win out of Tim Tszyu, the Australian, versus Tony Harrison?
I'm rooting for Tony Harrison. I'm rooting for him. I want him to win, but I mean, I think Tim got it. I don't know. That loss. I think Tony like losing his dad. I don't know. I think he just don't look the same.
Yeah, it's hard.
His training don't look the same, and yeah, it's tough on him. So I'm gonna go Tszyu.
For sure, Tim Tszyu on that one. I think it's a great fight. I mean, whoever wins gets good preparation for Charlo. So,
yeah,
definitely. And then the last fight I want to ask you about, who's going to win out of Dave Benavidez versus Caleb Plant?
That's 50-50. That's a 50-50. Yeah, I don't know. I like Plant though, but that's 50-50.
Yeah, it is 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
All right. Coming back to you, champion. What are some of your interests and hobbies outside of boxing?
Video games. I got the P5. I like tennis shoes, so I go shoe shopping very often. I got over 100 pair of tennis shoes. Going to different restaurants. I like to eat out a little bit. Try different restaurants, and just I don't know. I'm with whatever, but I'm not gonna say I'm with whatever because it depends on who's driving.
Right.
It depends on who's driving, but you feel me? I'm with whatever. I'm down for whatever. I'm down to try new things, so I'm with whatever type of person. But it all depends on who's driving. I'm gonna ask, all right, who leading?
Yeah, like all right, who's gonna be driving?
Yeah, but I like to shop too, though. But that's really the main thing, shopping. That's my biggest hobby.
Nice. And then, what's the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about going pro and making a living boxing?
Make sure they're around people they trust and people that got your best interests at heart. And you need to learn how to read people. Read signals.
Mm-hmm. That's solid advice because there's gonna be people when they think you're gonna be big around you, and then first roadblock, first hurdle.
Yeah, they gone. Yeah,
they gone.
Mm-hmm.
And good piece of advice right there. And then the final question is not really a question, more so kind of opening the floor to send a message to your fan supporters. So, what's something you want to tell to your fans and people that have been rocking with you since day one?
Everybody been rocking with Troy Isley. I appreciate y'all. I know it's been a quiet 2023 so far, but things will be announced, and I'll definitely be back soon. And when I come back, it's gonna be a new me, and I think y'all gonna be like, wow, y'all really gonna like this transformer.
There you go. Well, Troy, thank you so much for making the time for this interview. Everybody, make sure you follow him on IG. It's here in the banner. It's Boxboy Troy 1. And, we're looking forward to seeing a big 2023 from you, Troy. Wishing you much success.
I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you for having me.
No problem, man. You're welcome back anytime. Thank you, champ.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.